Dude, we're going live. We're live. Ooh, button. Hold on. Oh, no, didn't do it. We're playing Simon here. Just like your boss telling you. Is this what your boss sounds like? Anyway, it's going to go crazy. And then I had a show on how to play Simon. But, I wish I had that yesterday when I talked about you telling people exactly what to do and how to live their lives. Your whole life's a Simon game. Oh, no, right? Well, good morning. I'm Greg, Mester Scrum Master and Agile Coach. Hope you're doing well. It is Monday, and I gotta admit, I have been a little dragging lately. Not getting as much stuff as I'd like to get done. I don't know. Maybe the coronavirus getting to me. Just playing with the kids. I think the kids are going a little nuts. They need a break too. So haven't been able to get out. But it's like everybody, right? New work week, new day, starting the work week. See how it's going. And here we talk about Agile and Scrum, so we can get those work weeks and get home to their family and friends, so they don't go insane. Maybe, and just try to have a little fun and not working so long on everything that we do. And a couple things, a couple good stuff. Like I said, I'm going to be working on. I got a survey out there, figuring out what day would be a good day of the week to release, like interviews and things like that, larger pieces that aren't the daily Scrum thing. And so if you see that on YouTube, please feel free to answer the survey. Or if you see this video somewhere else and you just want to comment in the comments, please, give us a comment. Let me know. Because we're going to do that more often. I think there's a lot of people out there I'd like to go meet, and it's really good conversations about Agile and how they got to where they are. So, and their journeys, right? So it's pretty cool. It's fun. I have fun. I don't care. I'm having fun. And I got a nice compliment by someone I'll reference it later about having helped them. So we're going to try to see if we can pull them in. Says you can't say that without letting me interview you and talk about Agile and Scrum and suck you into the world. So we'll see how that goes. I got two topics for today. Happy POs, having your product owner happy and involved in what you're doing. I was reading, trying to get some ideas the other day. So I was reading the little pocket guide thing. I was just checking it out, see if there was anything in there that really wanted to stir what I want to talk about today. And that was one of the items last night. Just, there's a lot of question about how to get your product owner involved. And sometimes they have other jobs, which is great. I think they should. And then the other talk about, working as a team. That's why I brought up the Simon thing. I tried it. When I bring stuff, I try to connect it to what I want to talk about. So I'm just going to talk about that a little bit. I kind of mentioned it here and there in little pieces, but I just want to talk about that again today. Just teams, and just I know a lot of people who are going out to be Scrum Masters and how it really works and what Scrum's about, right? And so we'll get there. All right, getting the POs, happy product owners, right? How do you get happy product owners so that they come to your meetings and they attend and they participate as a team? I mean, there's teams out there that have product owners that are involved there all the time, which is awesome. Those product owners, you don't know, and the teams, you don't know how good you have it, though. Sometimes they can try to dictate what you're supposed to do. And then it gets more like Simon, where they try to be a technical product owner and tell you, product owners come in, you should build a database, and you should do this, and you should do a call routine, you should do that. It's like, well, that's not what a product owner is supposed to be, bringing what the stakeholders in the business and the customer want into the team. That's their job. It's not to tell you how to write the code. Anyway, so what do I see that prevents product owners? I'll be honest with you, working both worlds. If I was a product, here's what I see. I see a couple things. I want to take it out. Keep the meetings are too long. They're all tech based. Nothing's really happening, and and you never get a working product. It takes you a whole PI to deliver something that they can use. So what did I say there? I said stuff, nothing you do, nothing. The reason why they don't participate, their experience is that participating with the IT team, nothing's in it for them. They don't get anything out of that sprint mentality that they can benefit from to use with their customers to help them. What's in it for them, right? So I've seen teams that have 2 hour long refinement sessions. Doesn't need to be 2 hour long. It really only needs to be a half hour max, and break it down. So we need to find ways of keeping those meeting times, because here's the thing. They make their money not necessarily by building code, which results them in being able to sell a new product to the customer, which is how they make more money. And sometimes you got to figure that out. They make more money by being with the customer. They make sales. They get in front of the customer. They produce revenue, the revenue generation side of that activity. So they want to be out there more. That's where they like to be. They like to interface with the customer. Don't necessarily like to code. They didn't go to college to learn how to code. So they don't really give a shit about coding, right? So is your meetings with the PO more technical and coding work, which they don't give a crap about? Or is it more business and oriented and customer oriented, which they do care about? Good question, right? Maybe you should relook at how you're doing those interface meetings with the customer, with the PO. Is it more tech or is it more customer based? It's more tech based. They ain't gonna come. Wow, figured that one out, didn't we? Okay, so keep your meetings short and brief so they can go out and do their other job. Low tech. They don't really give a flying flip what database or what routine you use to do it. So don't turn a refinement session into a coding solutioning session and how you got to do all that stuff. They don't give a flying beep. Seriously, a flying beep. They don't care, right? And if you think they do care, then you're nuts. Okay. Definitely no tasking. Like I've seen sprint planning sessions. So I break it down to, what are the priorities, what we want to do, and there's already been refinement, and we've done a whole session on that where I think you can do a story planning session in 5 minutes. I don't see why you can't do one in 5 minutes, because theoretically you already refined the stories. All you're really doing is confirming these are the stories we want to do in a sprint. You take a vote, you take a count, you're done in 5 minutes, and you're out. Sprint planning's out. The rest of the day, though, is more the technical solutioning to the questions. Now, the PO just doesn't go away and disappear during that first day. The PO is there. They can be asked questions via email, Slack, Manaros, whatever your chat system, Teams, whatever you're using, and go back and ask some questions. You can even use your system and do hey PO, we need something on this. But most of the rest of the day is all technical. What routines you want, what do you want to run, and how you want to test it. PO doesn't need to be there. That's for the technical team to come up with solutions, which we'll talk about in the next part of this conversation. And then the last one I want to talk about is getting working product out there. It was really interesting when I was reading the book, and I seen other things about the definition of done. Definition of done is a big thing. One of my fellow Agile coaches was talking about the definition of done, and I just, yeah, you're right. That's where it is. Definition of done is working product, right? Something they can use. You want to encourage something to come to a meeting, show them working code every sprint, right? Something you demo. I see teams where well, we can't really demo. It takes us 3 sprints to get to where we want to be. It says, well, then you're boring. Sorry, you're boring. If you can't get something done in a sprint that's usable to put out there in the world, you're boring. What do you mean, Greg? I think you're boring. If I had a week to code, man, I'd code some neat stuff. I do other things, though. I don't code anymore as much as I would. I just code when people piss me off. Tell me I can't do something, then I get in there and code it. Here's your code. How'd you do that? I look it up Google. I've done that. Just because I just love it when people say you can't do things. I say, yes, you can. You just got to want to do it. Sometimes you can't, though. I've been told I tried something, couldn't do it. Anyway, I'm off topic. So The last thing on that. So we looked at, keep the meeting short, low tech in the discussions, um, no tasking during the discussions with the PO, and definitely get working product out there. Every sprint, you should be getting stuff that you can potentially shippable unit, right? Gives me an alarm, 6:55. So always have that. Those are the kind of things that get your PO involved. And if you don't have those things, maybe you should look at why your PO is not there. Maybe you should do a retrospective. Why isn't our PO there? Maybe the Scrum Master's job is to go out there and talk to the PO and find out why they're not available. Find out what's really eating them. Get the truth to it, right? Get the trust factor, build that trustful relationship, and have that conversation. So the last thing I want to talk about is teamwork and why Scrum really works. The Scrum doesn't work when you have like 5 or 6 people and each people working on their own story. Scrum works when you have 5 or 6 people working on the stories together, and it gets more faster and you produce a better product. Where you have a key person who's like Simon. Maybe I should use Simon. This is going to be a new character in this show. This is Simon. This is the boss who tells you exactly how to code your work and has to know everything you're doing, and you have to do exactly the way they did it and the way they worked, and that's the way you get better because that's how they work better. So they're going to show you exactly how they did it. This is Simon. This is that manager. Maybe I should take this to work. That'd be funny. Are you Simon? I didn't know. I didn't know you were Simon. Maybe. You can probably buy this for $5 at Walmart or $10. I think they're like $10 at Walmart. So maybe you should get this and put it. Maybe a Simon Award. That would be bad. I put a Simon Award to whoever tells other people exactly what to do. So here, I want to give you an award. Ooh, what's that for? For telling everybody how to do the job just the way you would do it, for sharing ideas and get them thinking about it on their own. So when you're not there, they can progress. So I gave you the Simon Award. Boy, that would piss them off, wouldn't it? You don't want to make them look bad, but boy, I'd love to give that to some people. Bet y'all would, wouldn't you? Anyway, so team. So having 5 or 6 people work separately doesn't get you a very good product. It's 5 or 6 people working separately. They're not interfacing. The whole point of Scrum is how does everybody interface and work together. And I really believe the sprint planning day, which we kind of talked about, asking tasks stuff. That is where really the team should be working together, come up with how do we want to, okay, we got something simple, don't need to spend a lot of time on. Okay, fine, it's a simple thing. I got it. We all got it. We're coding well enough. Doing it for, you hire someone who's been coding for 5 years and they can't handle simple stuff, maybe they shouldn't be coding. Just saying. Just 5 years is a long time be doing anything. Just 5 years is a long time. They haven't figured it out to 5 years. They ain't gonna figure it out. It's time to find a new career. Just saying. I mean, we can always grow, but it's 5 years is 5 years. It's a long time. It's a very long time. So what do you do, right? So in that sprint planning day, the team should be working together. Here's the item. Here's the solution. How do we get there? Let's all agree on what the solution is. And then you get different avenues and different thought processes and different experience each one had on different pieces of coding. And that comes up with what Scrum's about, right? And also what Scrum is about. Look at all the ceremonies in Scrum. Sprint planning. We're all together. We're all working. How are we going to come up with solutions for stuff, right? Daily Scrum. How I'm doing. I need some help. Can you help me? Here's what I got done, and it's going to go hand it off to someone else to do the next step to confirm what I did works correctly. Because you want that confirmation other than yourself, because it's going to go out in the world. You need that second set of eyes. It's built that way, right? For the code reviewing, the testing, the unit testing, running it, doing if you're hybrid trained and being a developer and a tester. You don't want to test your own stuff. You want someone else to run the test to see if they see anything and notice anything different. And you always don't want it always be the same, because if it is, you know the answer, right? You want it consistent and you automate that part, but you want someone else to look at it and try something different and try to break your code, right? Because they know stuff and says, "Hey, did you try this?" "Oh, you did. You got all my tricks in." I'll say, "Cool." Then your code is working pretty damn well. And we're at the end of the show. So the last two things real quick. Sprint review, where everybody as a group gets to know what everybody created and to take pride in your final product that's going out to the customer and say, yes, this is pretty cool stuff, right? Yes, pretty cool stuff. Why the PO likes to be involved, because they like pretty cool stuff that goes out to their customers so they can make more money and make more sales and make more a bonus check every year, right? Because their team got stuff out there. They sold them more stuff. They upselled their customer, upselling their customer. That's what they want to do. So that's what you do to help them. And it's your customer too. That's how you get your bonus check. It ain't by writing code, it's by more stuff we sell. And then lastly, the retro, where we work as a team, as a group, right? 5 individuals never talking to each other during a sprint really don't benefit from being a team. It's not a Scrum team. Anyway, 16:010 or 16:10. We're about a minute and 10 seconds over our 15-minute daily Scrum. But, sometimes it happens, and we'll talk more later. All right. Have a great day. Thumbs up. Doo-doo. Ring the bell to get notified when we do some stuff. Still waiting for answers on those surveys, so please give the survey so we'll figure out when. I got an interview in the hopper, and I got my lecture I did at the IIBA virtually, and I'm going to splice them up this week. All right, take care. Bye. Have fun. Enjoy your Monday. It's starting the week. I wish you the best of luck. I'm having troubles. All right, bye. See ya.